So a few days ago I saw Avengers Age of Ultron. I didn't want to make this video right away because, as often the case, waiting helps me put the movie into a better perspective. Kind of like waiting until you're not so drunk before you bang that chick that you swear looks like Scarlett Johansson. Waiting for the holy shit that was fucking awesome feeling to subside can help out a lot in making sound judgment. I will say that I did read a lot of reviews of the movie before I went to go see it myself, and while some of their complaints I didn't really find so egregious, I did get an overall sense the movie was acting more like a chain link in a larger plot than its own story. I mean, by the end of it, spoilers, skip here nuts, see no here, spoilers, oh god, no, oh Jesus Christ, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. By the end of the movie, we have an entirely new Avengers team. Iron Man and Hulk are off doing something, I don't know. Tony said he wanted to go build a farm somewhere, and now there are whole Avengers facilities. A lot of shit gets name dropped in this movie, so much so that I wouldn't recommend you pee. Seriously, you'll miss something and it'll just fuck up the whole movie. That's not to say the movie's bad, not by a long shot, but it very nearly topples under its own weight. Not to fanboy or anything, but had it not been for Whedon, I don't think this thing would have held together. The movie is already dripping with big wet soppy globs of glue in the form of Jeremy Renner. In fact, if you were to call the last Avengers movie Iron Man and Friends, this one would be called Hawkeye and Pals. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, Renner does a fan-fucking-tastic job, and I'm really glad they went with an unconventional focus character for a superhero movie. The guy who has no powers, the guy who gets his ass kicked 3 times, the guy who runs around in a war zone with killer robots using nothing but a bow and arrow. I like that. He's a good everyman for the audience to relate to, and not like, you know, a god, or a super soldier, or a super money. Speaking of super money, one character who really struck me as off in this film, oddly enough, was Iron Man, who, if you really think about it, acts pretty stupidly throughout the whole thing. Now, I know you could chuck it up to him being paranoid and fearful, but seriously, downloading an AI that was in Loki's staff 'cause safety? Really? I get that New York changed him and all, but really, he needs to get over that shit. If you're so scared about the possibility of dealing with aliens again in the future, instead of building an army of robots run by a sketchy alien AI, how about, you know, build spaceships? Probably cheaper, and we need them anyway, and you already have that bullshit repulsor tech. But I don't want to go into this real far. Suffice to say that I thought the movie was good, and if the Avengers got a 9 out of 10 for working, then this gets a 7, 7.5 out of 10. It's not as good, partially because it's just a linchpin, but then what else could it be, you know? I mean, it's supposed to be a big battle royale team-up thing movie something where all the people get together and get paid, right? On that note, stick around for the end credits. Not to see the after credits scene, I mean, see that too, but just to see the credits in all their glory. I swear, it looks like the whole fucking planet gets named. Oh, right, after credits. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, you don't need to stick around the whole time. There's nothing after the big wall of names. However, there is an after credits scene after the animated credits sequence. Spoilers of death and blood and rotting zombie seabirds. We see the Infinity Gauntlet, and Thanos being all like, yeah, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. Throughout the whole movie, the Infinity Stones are mentioned. Oh, right, the guy who plays Vision. Yeah, he was good. But anyway, the stones get named by Thor, and they're really pushing for this Infinity War stuff. I really, really hope they can deliver on that, too. I mean, I think they can. I will see, but I think they can. Anyway, that's it. If you haven't seen the movie, go see it. Just, you know, don't drink anything and try not to blink. This is Cutefuzzyweasel. Have a good day.